Hello, my name is Ashley Albert, and I'm the Director of Choral Music at Brunswick High School. It is my great honor to share with you this culmination of this semester's work of the junior high and the high school choral students here in Brunswick. After a year where we weren't really able to sing together, and we went through a lot of variations of hybrid learning, fully online, students singing alone in their bedrooms, it was very exciting for us to be able to come together and perform music in one room with all of the students that should be singing at the same time. So these recordings were done separately at the junior high. They did them during the school day. At the high school, we were able to do them one evening in front of a small live audience. Given the extremely difficult circumstances that all of the students have overcome this year, we could not be more excited to present this music to you. The first portion of the high school concert will be performed by our Honors Treble Choir, which is our auditioned group for soprano and alto voices. Our entire program features two songs. The first, entitled Be Like the Bird, was written by contemporary composer Abby Bettinas. Abby comes from a long line of composers in her family, with her great-grandfather publishing a carol every winter as a card to be sent out to their families. In order to keep that tradition going, Abby started to write pieces of her own, and one year this piece, Be Like the Bird, was what was sent out as the greeting to all of their friends and family. The text to Be Like the Bird was written by Abby after she endured a battle with cancer. The hopes for anyone who sings this song is that they feel strong and empowered. In the beginning of this piece, you'll hear a solo sung by junior Samantha Melquist, and then you'll hear the melody come in, and each voice will come in canon after that, and it will grow to this beautiful, almost cacophony of all of the voices together, and then it will end with a single whistling voice on the same ethereal and haunting melody, which will be whistled by senior Violet Frizzle.
Be like the bird that, pausing in her flight, a while on boughs to slide, feels them give way beneath her, and sings and sings and sings, knowing she hath wings. Be like the bird that
The second piece performed by the Treble Choir this evening is entitled I Loved You, and it is by composer Jay Roos. You'll hear it start with the beautiful unison voices, and then it will, over and over again, it states, I loved you, I loved you, I loved you, until it gets to the climax of the piece where they're all at the top of their voices exclaiming this, and at the very end, it ends with them saying, and perhaps I love you still, in a moment that is really quiet, that they keep for themselves. And we've really enjoyed learning this piece, and we hope you enjoy both of our selections this evening. At the high school, we're lucky to have several a cappella groups, and one of our a cappella groups kept rehearsing through the entire pandemic on Zoom, which is a really amazing feat. They were led by senior Josh Pratt, and I'm excited that they're able to present to you several tunes this evening. The group is entitled Jump Off a Clef, and the two songs that they have prepared for you are Gulf War Song and The Lion Sleeps Tonight. We hope you enjoy their selections.
We got a call to write a song about the war in the Gulf, but we shouldn't hurt anyone's feelings. Bow, bow, bow. So we tried, then gave up, 'cause there was no such song, but the trying was very revealing. What makes a person so poisonous, right? that they think less of anyone who just disagree. She's just a pacifist, he's just a patriot. If I said you were crazy, would you have to fight me? Fighters for liberty, fighters for power, fighters for longer turns in the shower. Don't tell me I can't fight, 'cause I'll punch out your lights. And history seems to agree that I would fight you for me. So we read and we watched all the specially selected news. And we learned so much more about the good guys. Bow, bow, won't you stand by the flag? Was the question unmasked. Won't you join in and fight with the Allies? What could we say? We're only 25 years old. With 25 sweet summers and hot fires in the cold. This kind of life makes that violence unthinkable. We like to play hockey, have kids enrolled. Fighters for Texaco, fighters for power, fighters for longer turns in the shower. Don't tell me I can't fight, 'cause I'll punch out your lights. And history seems to agree that I would fight you for me. That us would fight them for we. He's just a peacenik and she's just a war hawk. That's where the beach was, that's where the sea. What could we say? We're only 25 years old. And history seems to agree that I would fight you for me. That us would fight them for we. Is that how it always will be?
In the village, peaceful village, the lighthouse
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh,
This next portion of the high school program will be performed by the Honors Chamber Choir, which is our auditioned group of soprano, alto, tenor, and bass voices. This group is larger than your normal chamber choir. We have about 60 voices this year, and we really enjoy performing advanced repertoire, especially music of living composers. One of our favorite composers is named Jake Runnestead, and in the past we've performed many of his pieces. And this piece that we're about to perform, entitled Flower into Kindness, was really the inspiration of this whole entire program, and it's centered around coming back together and a sense of community, especially after being apart for so long. Flower into Kindness also features a string quartet, and the string quartet, we are very happy to have professional players join us as well as student musicians. It will be played by Karen Jung, Matt Watrous, Lily Kimball Watrous, and Felix Battle. The piece, when it begins, after the strings, has a beautiful solo that's sung by Hannah Leitzel, and there is a really profound text that will be spoken by Audrey Pantaz. The entire piece was inspired by the 500th anniversary of the Reformation, and his inspiration behind the piece was looking for reformers in our world and asking what each of us can do to make the world a better place. Much like one of the treble choir pieces, Flower into Kindness starts with one statement of the melody, and then each of the voice parts comes in canon, and then there's also a small group that is featured, which you can check out our program in the QR code that's given if you would like to read more about each piece, but to see the names of those students as well. And each voice adds its own beauty to this message over and over. Let my thoughts unspoken flower into kindness.
The soul is made of love and must ever return to love. There is nothing so wise, nor so beautiful, nor so strong as love. Above all, love. I shed my words on the earth as the tree sheds its leaves. Let my thoughts unspoken flower into kindness.
The second piece performed by the chamber choir this evening is a little more celebratory in nature. It's a South African tune entitled Choral. It's a folk tune, but was often sung as a work song, and it was meant to bring all of the voices together in harmony as they were working in the fields. But for us, it's been a really joyful piece to bring us all together in harmony after being singing individually for so long. So we hope you enjoy the two solos by Ava Gould and Josh Pratt, and the drums added in by Drew Albert. As with all of our live concerts here at Brunswick High School, I like to always end the performance with all of the students who sing at BHS on stage together. This is our concert choir, and it features around 130 voices from year to year. I'm very excited that this year we were able to get all together for only the one time only at the evening that we recorded, and we were able to put together 2 songs for you to hear. Both of the songs selected for concert choir tonight were featured around that same idea of coming together to make music as a community and in celebration. The first piece, entitled Honor, Honor, was put together by Issei Barnwell, who's one of the founding members of Sweet Honey in the Rock, and who goes around the entire country and even came to Brunswick several times, doing a workshop about creating community through song. So this piece was meant to be sung by people who didn't know each other, people who want to come closer together through music. And on the night that we performed this for the recording, the students actually in each section of choir were meeting each other, some of them for the very first time. So I thought it was a very appropriate piece. It is entitled Honor, Honor, and you might recognize some of the melodies such as Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and several other melodies throughout.
They came and lit the candle by the waterside to see the little children when they truly baptized. Honor, honor unto the dying Lamb. They came and lit the candle by the waterside to see the little children when they truly baptized. Honor, honor unto the dying Lamb. Oh, run along, children, be baptized. My baby
The last piece on our concert program tonight is a piece that we perform in every spring concert at Brunswick High School. And usually when you would hear this piece, you would see us joined by lots of alumni on stage. And this is my favorite part of the concert because I get to share music not only with the current BHS students, but with all of those students who came before them and helped to create this program and who are part of its legacy. So that piece is entitled Let the River Run. And although this year we were not able to be joined by our alumni, we did it with the same celebratory spirit that we normally would, and I look forward to the next time we perform it, adding in those alumni voices. So Let the River Run, originally by Carly Simon, you might recognize it, is arranged here by Craig Hella Johnson, and it's become one of our favorites. We hope you enjoy the end of this evening's program.
Running on the water.